Hello friends, today we are going to see a nomenclature in heterocyclic compound for spiroheterocycles. Okay, what is spiroheterocycle? In between two heterocycles, there is a one common atom that is called as a spiroheterocycle. So today we are going to see a nomenclature system or a spiroheterocyclic compound. Okay, so let's consider that a nomenclature of a spiroheterocyclic system. In case of a spiroheterocyclic system, different rules are there for the nomenclature. So let's see one by one how to give a nomenclature for a Spiro system. So let's start our discussion for a spiroheterocyclic compound. Spiroheterocycle is named by prefixes and spiro with the prefix and a spiro. So we are considering here a spiroheterocyclic system for the nomenclature. First, the total number of an atoms are counted first and a suffix with the same parent hydrocarbon is used. So in a spiral system, first we have to count a total number of an atoms involved in the two cyclic system and a common atom. Remember that here we are considering the total number of an atoms including a heteroatom also. Okay, so that we are considering into as a suffix with the parent hydrocarbon name. The atom of an each ring are written between the prefix spiro and a suffix. So when we are considering writing of the name, we are writing a spiro as a prefix suffix, and in between them we are writing in a square bracket the number of atoms present for each ring in a ascending order separated by full stop. So here we have to remember that in a square bracket we are writing the number of heteroatom of each number of an atoms of each ring by ascending order and separated by the full stop. That we have to remember while numbering. The heteroatom present are indicated by prefixes aza, thaya, oxa that we have already seen. The position and the prefixes for the heteroatom is written before the word spiral. So before the word spiral, there is a indication of an position and the prefix for the hetero prefix for the heteroatom, which is written before the word spiral. So from this, what we have to remember that? We have to remember that the parent hydrocarbon name is used as a suffix for writing the name of the Spiro compound. While writing the name of the Spiro compound, atoms of an each ring are written between the prefix Spiro and the suffix in a square bracket in ascending order separated by a full stop. The heteroatoms present are indicated by the prefixes that we have seen for nitrogen, that is aza, for sulfur, thia, oxygen, oxa, etc. The position and the prefixes for the heteroatom is written before the word spiral. Okay, so this we have to remember while giving the name to the compound. Okay, now whatever we have seen in the first slide, that simply suggests that first we have to write the heteroatom prefix. Okay, before that we have to mention the position also. Heteroatom prefix, then there is a word spiro. We have to mention the number of an atoms of each cycle, that x dot y dot plus a parent hydrocarbon name. So that will be the name for the compound. So let's go for the example here. Now you can see a system. It is a spiro system. How it is a spiro? A center atom is common between these all. Center atom is common between these all. So here we are considering one cycle with an heteroatom and one is a carbocyclic. So let's count the number of and total atoms. So starting with the first. Now here we are having first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, and nine. So total there are 9 atoms are there. So parent hydrocarbon is a nonane. So at this side we are having the 4 atoms which are in the cycle. Here we are also having the 4 atoms which are in the cycle, and oxygen is present at the first. So name of the compound will be 1-oxa Spiro 4.4 nonane. Why nonane is there? Because parent is having a 9 carbon atoms, no name. Now at the first there is oxygen, so 1-oxa Spiro is the type of the system, and 4 for this thing and 4 from this thing, so 4.4, that will be the name. Now let's consider the another example. Here we have taken a slightly different example with one as a 5 member and other as a 6 member. Now you can see here, first to the oxygen, in this way we can continue. So here are total 10 atoms. So decane is the parent. Here is a 4 atoms from this side, and there are 5 atoms from this side, and one is a common. So here we are considering a name of the compound, 1-thia, 1-thia, because first position there is a sulfur. Spiro will be the prefix added because type of the compound is a spiro, and 4.5, 4 from this side, 5 from this side, and name of the compound is a decane. So the compound IUPAC name will be 1 dash thiospiro square bracket 4.5 square bracket complete decane. That is the name of the compound. Okay, so this is the first rule. Now let's move further. In second rule, the smaller ring is number first. The smaller ring is number first, starting from the next atom to the spiroatom. Starting from the next atom to the spiroatom, further proceeding into the larger ring. So when we are considering this, two rings of different size, at that case we have to start a numbering from the smaller ring, and numbering should be start from the spiroatom. Next to the spiroatom, the further proceed to the large ring. The heteroatom is assigned with the lowest possible number. That also we have to remember. So let's take the example of this. Now you can see here it is a different system. Spiro with an 4 member and 3 member. In between them there is a common atom. Now we have to number. We have to start the numbering from the smaller rings. So first to this carbon, second to this, third to this, fourth to this, and fifth to this. Okay, so we can have possibility of writing 5 number at 8 position also, but here we are writing 5 to give the lowest possible number to the heteroatom. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now if you look at the structure, so according to our previous rule, here are 3 atoms, here are 4 atoms, and one is a common. Parent structure is a 8 compound structure which is a octane. So let's consider the name of this compound. 5-aza, 5-aza Spiro. Okay, 5-aza Spiro. 3, 4. 3 from this, 4 from this. So here we are considering 3, here we are considering 4. So 3 from this, 4 from this. So in a square bracket 3 dot 4 dot. We do not consider the common atom, and total there are 8 atoms, therefore octane is a parent. So name of the compound is 5-aza Spiro square bracket 3.4 square bracket complete octane. That is the name of the compound. So that is the second rule. We have to remember that in case of a different size rings, we have to start the numbering from the smaller size ring, and number 1 is given to the next atom to the spiroatom. Okay, so let's move further. In case of an more than one heteroatom of a same type, if in case of an more than one heteroatom of the same type, they are indicated by the prefix di, tri, tetra, etc. before along with their position. Okay, so they are mentioned before the prefix aza, oxa, thia as a di, tri, tetra, and position of these is also mentioned in that case. So let's consider here the example. Now you can see here it is a a Spiro system which is having a two different size ring and both are containing the heteroatom of the same type. Okay, so in this case we have to use a word die because there are two heteroatoms. Okay, so let's start the numbering. Number one will be given to the smaller ring and first to the nitrogen we got lowest possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So now what will be the name? Here we are having at first and fifth position there are two nitrogens. So 1,5-diaza. Spiro is the type of the compound and in a square bracket 3 4 3 from this side 1 2 3 and 4 atom from this side, so 3 4 octane is the name of the compound. Octane because total 8 atoms are there, so we are considering this as a octane. Okay, so compound name will be 1,5-diaza-spiro 3,4 octane. Okay, now let's go for the next. In case of more than one heteroatom and different type, in case of more than one heteroatom and different type, they are numbered according to their priority order with their position. According to their priority order with their position, that we have to see. Now see here. Here we have taken the compound in which there are two heteroatoms. One is a nitrogen and other one is a oxygen. This is a three-member ring. Here it is a four-member ring. So according to the priority, oxygen is having higher priority than the nitrogen. So we have to start the numbering from the oxygen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the nitrogen, 6, 7 and 8. In this manner numbering is going to be given. So let's take the name of this compound 1-oxa because first position there is oxygen having the higher preference than the nitrogen, therefore the 1-oxa. At fifth position there is a nitrogen, so 5-aza spiro in bracket square bracket 3 4 3 from this side and 4 from this side, so 3 4 octane is the parent. Okay, so that will be the name 1-oxa 5-aza spiro 3 4 octane, that will be the name. Okay, so in case of a different heteroatom, we have to start the numbering with a heteroatom having the higher priority. Okay, so move further. In case of an one ring without heteroatom with equal size. Now here what case we are considering? Here we are considering two rings of an equal size but one ring containing a hetero and other ring does not have the heteroatom. Then the heterocyclic ring is preferred to give the numbering over a carbocyclic. So the ring which contain the heteroatom, that ring we have to number first and then we have to go for the numbering in continuous manner. So let's take the example here. Now you can see here it is a 5 member and it is also a 5 member. In between them there is a common, so it is a spiro which having 5 cyclic structure. Okay, so 4 atom from this side, 4 atom from this side. So when we are starting the number should be started from the ring which is having a heteroatom. So here we are giving number 1 to the oxygen, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So total there are 9. So nonane is the parent containing first position oxygen. So what will be the name? 1-oxa spiro in square bracket 4 4 nonane, that will be the name of the compound. Okay, now see here, is it correct? 1-oxa spiro square bracket 4 4 and nonane is the parent, therefore nonane. So compound name is 1-oxa spiro 4 4 nonane, that is the name of the compound. Okay, or IUPAC nomenclature for the compound. So let's consider another rule. If both ring contain a heteroatom, if both ring containing the heteroatom, then the heteroatom with highest priority is with a smaller number. So if a ring is there and both the rings are having a heteroatom, then in that case we have to go according to the priority and we have to assign a numbering in a such a way that the smallest number is given to the highest priority heteroatom. Okay, so let's consider here example. It is a 5-5 system, right? In between them there is a one common atom. So we are considering a parent is a nonane and oxygen and nitrogen. Oxygen is having a higher priority than the nitrogen, so numbering should be started from the oxygen. So let's give the number. So here we are having first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth to the nitrogen. So lowest possible to the nitrogen, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, if we do not follow this, we might have the first number to the nitrogen, so it will make confusion. So we have to remember that atom with highest priority that will have the first number, and numbering is continuing in such a manner that smallest numbers are assigned to the heteroatom. Okay, so what will be the name of the compound? Nonane is a parent. At first position there is oxygen and sixth position there is a nitrogen. So 1 oxa, 6 aza, spiro, 4 4 nonane, that will be the name. So let's see here 1 oxa, 6 aza, spiro in square bracket 4 4 and nonane is the name. Okay, so here we are considering. Now let's move further for the next rule. What next rule suggests? In case of an unsaturation, the heteroatom is given more preference than the multiple bond. In case of an unsaturation, or when there is an unsaturation in a Spiro compound, in that case the heteroatom is given more preference than the multiple bonds. So we have to remember that the heteroatom should have the highest preference, or a heteroatom is given preference than the unsaturation. The unsaturation is indicated by the ending in and diene with the position number of that unsaturation. So parent will become unsaturated and hence it will be end with either ene for the double bond, and if two double bonds then diene can be placed. Here also we have to mention the position, that is number before the writing the parent name. Okay, so let's consider the example. Now here we are considering the example. Now here we have to remember 2-3 rules again. It is a Spiro system having a two different heteroatom. So two different heteroatom, oxygen is having a highest priority. Therefore, oxygen will have the first number and nitrogen will have the second number. Also, in this ring there is a unsaturation and a heteroatom. So heteroatom should be given a preference over the double bond or unsaturation. So here we are considering a numbering. Numbering will start from the oxygen. Oxygen as a first. Oxygen first, second to this carbon, third to this carbon, 4, 5, 6 to the nitrogen, 7, 8 and 9. So that numbering we are giving. So what will be the name? 1 oxa, right? 6 aza spiro. Why this appear at first position oxygen, 6th position nitrogen? Therefore 1 oxa 6 aza spiro in square bracket 4 4. Okay, that will appear 4 dot 4 square bracket complete. Total there are 9 atoms, therefore nonane is a parent, and as there is a double bond, so nonane is converted into the nonene. Now here we have to mention the position of the double bond, so therefore non 2-ene will be the name, or 2-nonene will be the name for this compound. So IUPAC name of this compound is 1 oxa 6 aza spiro 4 4 known to ene. That will be the name because there is a presence of a double bond at the second position. If you look at the name, from name how to go for it, parent is a known in. Okay, at second position there is a double bond, therefore ene. So it is a unsaturated 4 4, total 9 atoms are there. At sixth position there is a aza, and first position there is a oxa. Okay, so that we have to remember. Now let's go for the next rule, or going for the example. So these are the rules for the Spiro compound nomenclature. Now let's take this example and find out what will be the name of this compound. So how to go for the nomenclature? Now see, Spiro is basic component, okay, or compound. Now oxygen and nitrogen, these are the two heteroatoms which present in the cycle. So we are counting first a total number of an atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So nonane is the parent, right? Here oxygen and nitrogen, which is having the highest priority? Oxygen is having the highest priority. So oxygen will have the first number. So first will appear here, second here, third, four, five. Now six to the nitrogen, seven to this, eight to this, and nine to this. So numbering will be like this. Okay, one to the oxygen, two to the carbon, three to this, four to this, five to this, six, seven, eight, and nine. Up till in an example, we don't have seen the substituent, but here for understanding the rules, I have put it the substituent. Okay, at which position substituents are there? At the third position there is a methyl group, fourth position there is a ethyl group, and eighth position there is a methyl group. Okay, so that position also we have to mention. So 3, 8 dimethyl, right? That will be the first 3, 8 dimethyl and 4 ethyl. Alphabetically E comes first, therefore we have to write first 4 ethyl, 3, 8 dimethyl. Okay, these are the positions of substituent. Now at first position what is present? Oxa, 1 oxa, 6 position nitrogen, so 6 aza, it is a spiro, right? System is a spiro, therefore spiro in a square bracket 4.4 square bracket complete. There are 9 carbons, so known 2E, that will be the name, because 9 atoms are there and second position there is a double bond, so name will be this. So what is the name? Name is here 4 ethyl, right? 3 8 dimethyl, 1 oxa, 6 azaspiro, right? In square bracket 4 4 known to E, that will be the IUPAC name of the compound. So here we are considering all rules for the Spiro system. I suggest you all students that you should learn these rules and try practice at your home or on paper, so you can have a good knowledge of an Spiro compound IUPAC nomenclature of the heterocyclic system. You can have the two ways. First, uh, write down the all rules with an example, and then you make a compound IUPAC name and then try to write the structure, and for few examples first write the structure and then try to give its IUPAC name. Okay, so lastly I would like to say thank you for watching this video, and remember what are the important oxygen, sulfur and nitrogen in the heterocycle. So I again want to tell you that you should make the notes so you will have a good knowledge of an IUPAC nomenclature system for the heterocyclic compounds. Okay, thank you very much.